Wow. How you doing?
All right.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, y'all came out tonight despite the horrible things going on. Yeah, got war going. Out of all the things that really gets me upset about this war, you know what really gets me the most? They had to preempt the People's Court today. I mean, that was just, low. Talk about Saddam Hussein's main weapon. No, scary, huh? Now let's say we win the war and we get Iraq. What do we do with it? Maybe turn it to like a retirement center, like the Miami of the Mideast. Just send old people over and they go, yeah. Make a keychain out of it, yeah. Kind of scary stuff going on, huh? Turns out that the Israelis had to give gas masks to the Palestinians. Did you hear that one? Yeah, the Supreme Court in Israel said you have to give gas masks to the Palestinians, and the army complied. But they didn't specify gas masks that worked, which is really scary. Ooh, a little political, a little humorous, a little there, wow. So what about movies? Anyone seen anything good out there?
Dances with Wolves.
Dances with the Wolves, yeah. That was neat, huh?
Yes.
They're going to make a sequel now. It's where Kevin Costner puts on tribal face paint, goes to a bar mitzvah in Beverly Hills. It's called Dancing with the Wolves. It's, yes, a little bit of holiday humor. Have you seen Misery?
Yeah.
Yeah? I don't have to see it, because I live it, basically, is the reason behind that one. How about, good stuff out there. Al Pacino and Godfather 3? Yeah, Scissorhand's good, but Godfather 3 is pretty cool. I like that one. Al Pacino. Doesn't Al Pacino sound like a pizza topping? Doesn't it mushroom, sausage, little Al Pacino on the top there?
I wouldn't eat it.
Yeah, how about Sally Field's new one? I wouldn't eat it, thank you. That warms me. Yeah, the incredible new one, Not Without My Daughter. Is that like the dumbest name you've ever heard for a movie? Shampoo, yeah. Gee, your hair smells terrific. Can't believe it's not butter. This is like the dumbest name for a movie I've ever heard of. But what a life we lead, huh? You excited tonight? Yeah, we got some great stuff coming up for you. And I'm going to introduce you to a man who will tickle your funny bone. It is because of him we are here tonight. It is his talk show. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, give a big hand, a round of applause for Mr. John Roberts. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'll take an opportunity to thank you very much. Let me just get a little more comfortable here. Well, how about that Todd the Bubbleman? That's part of his fun being here with Todd. I always feel relaxed and comfortable. But after he faced the inevitable here about tonight being the wars broke out, how do you make an intelligent comment? And what does one say? What's a reaction that's apropos? That simply, I guess, is your own opinion. And of course, it's really something that it's happened. So we'll talk about it maybe tonight, huh? And see how your reaction was compared to mine. But it's personal, when you take it personal, that's when you get the reaction. So what a night we have tonight. All original talent, including Madam Live. You remember the Madam, who's dead now.
I'm excited.
But what was that Madam? What was that Madam's real name? Do you know?
Mrs. was her real name, I think. No, Madam, I don't remember her real name.
We know her as Madam, the Madam.
She is so much like the character, I don't even think she has an alter ego anymore. It's just Madam.
She's here tonight. We have, of course, Todd is be with us here for this evening, and you guys love Todd the Bubbleman. Are you going to do a bubble for us later?
Absolutely. I shall definitely do some bubbles for the audience, and we're going to float people in the audience around in a bubble.
Camellia Bravo is here.
Yeah.
Great name, comedian, stand-up. Also, Michael Lindsay, actor, comic doing stand-up, who's been with us for a while over the years with his improv groups. So he's quick-witted.
Yeah, but also, I just met him back there. He's all excited to come up and do a little act for us and then come back and chat with you.
You mean his bird calls?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, well, that should be fun. No, there's a surprise guest tonight, a young lady that I'm so excited about. Her singing ability is beyond professional. She's quite an inspiration. I'm glad that you folks are all here tonight to enjoy a young lady who's not only talented but very special. Her name's Betsy Holt. She'll be in a little while, too.
Yeah, Betsy.
So we do have a nice lineup here for tonight, besides the war that you can't avoid talking about here now that it's at least 4 hours underway. So we'll see if we get any major points in, and we'll report to you guys too. We're reporters. So have we missed anything, Todd?
No, except that we'll be curing the sick and the elderly in between acts, laying our hands upon their heads and getting everyone excited. It's going to be a great night.
Okay, so we'll start out with asking you folks to put your hands together for a young man who does acting here in Los Angeles now on a bigger basis. He's excited because of his career has taken a big upswing. He's working, making money, professional now, and has got quick wits. Please do welcome, would you, Mr. Michael Lindsay.
Thank you. How are you? Feeling good? I just got over the flu. Has anyone else had the flu? I had it for 2 weeks. I lost 15 pounds in 8 days. It's a new world record. You'll never hear Tommy Lasorda talking about that. I lost 15 pounds in 8 days, and my rectum hurts. I don't know. I knew I was in trouble. I took my temperature, and it said like 104, 105, call a priest. It was like, oh dear. I knew my wife loved me, though, because she bought me all these stupid things that you only get when you're sick. She bought me a coloring book, It's like, Mom, I'm sick. I'm not 3, okay? But then she bought me a gift that I can really use. She bought me the clapper. Yeah. The only problem is I live right next door to the Hollywood Bowl, so it was kind of like being in Poltergeist 2. It was great. Then she hooked the clapper up to my respirator. That was kind of fun. Breathe. Clap off. Beautiful. Like, watch me change colors. So we are at war. That, can't really think of too much funny to say about that. However, I do know why the Iraqi men were so anxious to go to war. Have you ever seen Iraqi women? Oh my God. I mean, if my wife looked like that, I'd be pretty much ready to live on K rations, live in the desert for 7 months and kill infidels too. I mean, what the hell? They all look like the Camel cigarette dude. It's not a very pretty thing. Did anyone see Dan Quayle on Nightline? It was scary. For a couple of seconds, he almost thought like he kind of knew what was going on. You kind of thought, maybe he has a clue. He handled like a 20-minute interview, and he didn't say anything too ridiculous. So finally at the end, Ted Koppel says, "So Dan, Mr. Vice President, sum up for us, if you will, the basic differences between the situation in Iraq and the situation in Vietnam." And Quayle goes, "Well, you got to understand that Vietnam was a jungle, and Iraq is sandy, desert." This is like the vice president. And I thought, I think basically war to him boils down to who has the worst sand traps, It's like, apparently like Saudi Arabia is like one very large sand trap, or as opposed to Vietnam and his experience with Vietnam, and had a couple of water hazards thrown in there. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a lovely audience. I'm going to go back and get violently ill. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Michael, please be seated here. Well, we'll just get adjusted. Thank you for that talk, and I'll give you this mic here.
Thanks.
We are the Mike family, yeah.
Hey,
I got Mike and Mike.
with me.
Yeah, hey.
You do your Ed McMahon over here. Put him in
We
your
need an
pocket.
epic man in the desert, don't we? That's a good line about the sand traps. It's true, isn't it?
It is. It's a scary thing. It's a scary, scary thing.
Yeah, it's like Pebble Beach. Yeah.
The Saudi Arabian sand trap.
Oh, well then this is yours.
No, I've got
We're playing Hide the Mic.
We have secretly replaced the microphones on this cable TV show.
It's with Mike, or Mike? Mike, what would life be like without Mike? Mike.
But we knew we had...
There he
I'm
is.
sorry. We knew we had one bad one that was going off and on.
I got it, thank you.
Naturally, that
That's
was
what
the
I got,
one.
thanks. So
found
get self-censorship.
Yeah, we found out the hard way. So we were talking about Is it warm in here, or is it just the war?
I think it's the one. I think it's
don't know.
napalm. We sprayed the
Look,
neighborhood.
scuds.
This neighborhood has always been a little questionable in even the best of peacetime over here, so...
I know, but our lives have never really been affected by war directly. You know, with the depression as a result of war, recession as a result of war. But what about all the people that live under actual war conditions? You know, when you hear the missiles flying abroad, overhead, hearing the sirens go as these people have to go underneath the hotels into the bomb shelters themselves and actually getting a taste of direct war conditions. And this is what we're feeling now for the first time. This is actually a declared, announced war, is it?
Yeah. There's not a lot you can say that's very funny at this moment, except that maybe when this war is over, the next however long it takes, we should support the troops that we have over there, and then afterwards, maybe we should seriously think about going to the ballot box and starting to get rid of some of the morons who put us in jeopardy in the first place.
This point is well taken, because when you consider that why these young men are giving up their lives over oil, and oil is the very point and the dollar behind that oil that is not working, you know, so to speak, because the source of this oil is the petroleum-based product, and of course we get the energy source from that, but it should be from a different source. We shouldn't be fighting over oil. It should be hemp for victory, according to the people who were here last night. We had the hemp representatives here last night, and of course they made clear, and they had astounding facts. Would you say facts? Or these are just, they weren't...
Well,
They were...
Yeah, they were...
documented evidence.
Truthisms, yeah.
Truthism. They presented, and it indicates that 10% of the cost would be hemp if you use this for our fuel needs. And it's so clean and so forth. And it's American grown. And here we are fighting this miserable war, giving up the youth through the war effort itself over the oil. You know?
John, could you imagine the war scene? Okay, reload. Yeah, with the hemps, it'd just be I couldn't
There
imagine.
wouldn't be a stocked refrigerator for miles around.
Yeah, a lot of McDonald's spraying up though.
Screw the attack, dude. There's some munchos in there. Whoa.
Well, was that what you were referring to, was an oil, or when you said that the politicians, what were you actually driving at?
Well, I
were we
think
talking about the oil that we're fighting for? That tomorrow now, the gasoline prices aren't going to be what they are tonight.
No, I'm getting mine tonight.
I wonder if there's lines.
No, as a matter of fact, they said that three of the major oil companies put a freeze on gasoline prices, so they're not going to skyrocket too much because of the...
Pay our prices or freeze, yes.
Very good, very good.
Cool.
I understand also that they launched the stealth bomber on this whole application, on this Operation Desert
Storm.
Desert Storm, that the stealth bomber was initiated.
You know, like that's some big thing. What was it, $25 billion? I would hope we could use it, you know? For Christ's sake, I could use my Toyota.
Save it for a big war, yeah.
Like what? You know, like just put a Volkswagen in there. Come on!
It's hard not to change the subject, but this guy just got a big part in a major
Let's talk
motion
about that.
picture.
Well, it's not so major. It's
it's not?
No, it's
Tell us a little bit about it.
Friday the 13th, part 18, and I play the part of the knife. No.
Look, the lamp!
Ah! It's Jason! Oh, no!
Did I overact? Yeah.
Is it a Friday the 13th?
No, it's a high school comedy drama kind of thing, and I play a surfer guy, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, it's great. I've never been on a surfboard in my entire
I was just going to ask you, do you
Search the
surf?
world.
Dude, I slipped
I took
some
a bath
grass
once,
and
yeah.
Well, do you skateboard?
Yeah, I have to do a lot of skateboarding. I have to do my own stunts, apparently. And so
Yeah.
I have to
Well,
get my own
those always
insurance.
do well with the theater. I mean, just this past year, the movies, it turns out that the big blockbusters were not the ones with the big stars, but just the ones, with like movies that people can relate to, the high school movies and the parent and child movies. So, it's a good time for that. So you'll be famous, man.
Well, also, it's a clean story. I don't know if I'm giving y'all... No one's going to want to come and see it now, because it's like, I know I don't get naked, so that's a good reason to come in and see me. I don't show my penis, okay? I don't know, can you say that on cable? I'm sorry. I don't know, it's an awfully big topic. But it's a very clean screenplay. There's like not a lot of cussing, there's not a lot of nudity and stuff. It's not put on by Mormons or anything, but that's what the studios are looking for now. The studios are looking, because of the success of Home Alone and that kind of stuff, they're looking for stuff that's clean and you can take the grandmother to.
So it's a comedy, but you've got a lot of exciting adventure scenes on the waves. And where'd you go, in Hawaii to film it? Did you get some?
No, I haven't started filming it. We start filming in early March, and it should be in the theaters. I don't know. I don't know. Probably spring.
Probably April,
spring.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably April, and it'll probably be in the video stores the second week in April. And it'll probably be picked up right. You can probably see it right after this show on the cable network that you're watching right now.
That's right. But Michael, do you have any hidden motivation to be on a monster movie or something? You say Friday the 13th or
I'm
anything.
sure, man. At this point, I'm like getting older. You're kidding? Pretty much. I'm like, I'm transvestite minestrone soup eaters from hell. I'm there.
Scientist, man.
I'm no longer picky. I've given that up long ago, and I'm pretty much ready to grab my ankles for a major movie magnet. Yeah, sure.
Well, that's good.
Morals decaying before your very eyes, ladies and gentlemen, right here.
All right, here we have Michael Lindsay. You'll come back another time. We hope we get a chance.
It's hopefully in peacetime. Should be about another 3 hours. The Iraqis are fighting back, apparently. Whoa!
They took his watch. The Iraqis took Michael's watch.
It's not going to be long. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Lindsay.
Thank you. Beautiful, guy. Beautiful.
Michael, we'll have you go ahead. Okay, he's quite a character, isn't he?
I can't wait to see that movie.
Yeah, me too, with him going on the surfboard for the first time, right?
Yeah.
So that means he's using a stuntman.
Cut take 94. Michael
all
Lindsay live on
fake.
surfboard. I know, just like,
It probably wasn't him really doing
what's
it.
real in life, John?
It was the stuntmen.
That's true. Yeah, their bumps and paychecks are real.